So jumping back here on the Just Create SMP, today we are going to be diving even deeper into the clown lore. Yeah, and we are going to be adding another mini game because I spent quite a bit of time creating another sort of mini game challenge, time trial. What are these called? I still don't know. Either way, I'm going to be filling another hole in this tent. And yes, this is going to be a very interesting game. And it's going to be called the Cavity Crawler. Yes, and by the name, you probably guessed what it is. So over on Twitch, I decided to throw together another new game. And this ended up being a little bit weird, as I originally wanted to make like some sort of parkour challenge with some spinny bits utilizing Create and all of its cool functionality. And then after I got all of the structure placed in, I realized, oh boy, this is starting to look a lot like teeth crunching down, and thus spawned the idea of it being the Cavity Crawler. And so I started to theme all of the teeth to look like actual teeth from within the clown, and your ultimate goal is to make it into the center platform, which you'll then fly up, and then you'll work your way back down a tube. And yes, it is all going to be time trialed with a little bit of redstone, just like we did with the funhouse. So this is it. And the whole way, yes, you walk into some teeth. And I want to talk a little bit about how I went about designing this and how all of the functionality up top sort of works that allows this whole thing to function. Even though you haven't really seen all of the internals of this, I mean, minus the actual time lapse, but the way that everything is actually functioning. So the inside that is spinning right here is utilizing windmill bearings, and these are spinning nice and slow. And then up top, this is where things are a little bit more complicated. I am using random timers, and actually the same random timer that I had set up over here. So we have the same existing thing in the actual server. So my randomizer is right here, and this is all getting channeled into this machine. And so what I have over here are a bunch of these sticky mechanical pistons that are connected up to some power, and then I have a gear shift that is being turned on and off randomly with a redstone link. And that redstone link, by the way, is all sort of randomized here. There's 3 separate ones, so they are all running on 3 separate timers, meaning this whole farm, with it being quote unquote random, feels actually random, and you are very likely to fail and fall down into the depths below, and then you'll have to be mouthwash back to get back up to your start point. The whole time, by the way, while you're being timed. And the timer is yet again happening from here. We have a cuckoo clock connected up to a display that is set to the stopwatch, and whenever it receives a redstone signal, it shuts off the stopwatch. But whenever the redstone signal is let off, it then resets that stopwatch until a redstone signal is applied. And that's how we get that number here, which is where it's connected to. Now, the system for starting the game, essentially I have a depot that is connected to a threshold switch that is looking for a singular diamond. And yes, unfortunately, it will take the entire set of diamonds. There's not a great way for me to prevent that without making a really bulky setup. But if I pop into here, that redstone gets carried into a smart chute, which allows those items to then be deposited. I guess what I could do is possibly set this to exactly 1 when it does that, but it's still going to constantly let the things out, unfortunately, which could actually cause even more problems. So I'm going to just leave that alone, right? So it's going to send out, and then whenever it goes through the chute, it triggers the smart observer to say, hey, let's start the game, because this actually sends a redstone pulse whenever a item runs through the chute. Pretty cool little mechanic here with the smart observer. And then the diamonds end up in the barrel down below. So once that is triggered, that sends that redstone signal, right? And that redstone signal goes all the way right here, and then it pulses this, which flips this into a off state. That off state allows the timer to turn on, but at the same time, it also sends a redstone signal to this link, and then also at the same time, it flips this signal. Now, these right here are used to control the door. So one is controlling the door to open and leave this open, and the other one is controlling these gates, which will actually shut the gates while there is somebody inside, prevent another user from also entering and completing the same game. Or at least in theory, that's how it's supposed to work, because it can be broken very easily because I'm not the best at redstone. So this is as much as my pea-brain can actually handle. And then of course the exit tube up here, I just have a timer that is just sending redstone through some redstone lamps which is giving it this really nice appearance, and then constantly applying that signal every 20 ticks. And before we take a deeper dive on the interior, which is honestly the best part, I want to actually get this built in the game. So we are going to have to collect all the resources for this, and judging by the bottom, I'm going to need a lot of slime. Now, I know we're 60 episodes deep in this series, but I still want to know from you guys, have you been enjoying the series so far? Like, what's been your perspective on this different style of video for this series? Because I've been doing all these games and I've not really done a whole lot of automation videos related to Create, of course, because I feel like I automated a ton of different things. There's still a lot more that could be automated. For example, we could automate the production of slime today. But I just wanted to kind of get your feedback. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Oh, and speaking of comments, I did slow it down. I added a speed controller. Let me know. Is this slow enough? Is it fast enough? Is it too slow? I don't know. I don't think I'm the best at judging how fast a clown should be spinning on a pedestal. And that's not me. Okay, but back to what I'm working on. So let's pop on over here. And by the way, like I mentioned before, if you want access to these schematics, be sure to join the Discord listed down in the description below. Yeah, pop on over there. We have a schematics channel. All the schematics that I've shared throughout the entire season has been over there, and you can just simply access it. No charge. There's nothing like that. It's just simply available for you guys. And it's my way of saying thank you for this. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Chosen's Cavity Crawler. That is what we went and named it. And this is a fantastic name. And so I've got to build this out. I've got to place this in just like we've done with all of the other ones. And in this one, like I said, it's just a lot of slime blocks. And I went with slime instead of like water because I thought slime would be funner and easier for you to move about once you essentially crash and land, which you will almost guarantee. I can almost guarantee you will crash and fall at some point in this thing. So notice this is a bit deeper than the other ones. So yes, this one all the way up here, we're going to have to sort of get this placed in. Let's move this down and get it onto ground level. I think that's pretty close to ground level. And then move it this way. There we go. And then I can start to push this into place. And I think wow, did I get this lined up almost perfect? Almost perfect. I've got to drop it down one. And I think this right here is the position where this is going to reside. Now, popping over into FreeCam just to get an idea of how large this is going to be. It's honestly not that big compared to some of the other things or the tent itself, right? It's much, much smaller than the tent. But this is where it's going to be. But I did notice it is going to be getting into some water tunnels. And water tunnels are just a pain to deal with. So I think in this one, I'm just going to let the schematic cannon actually do the clearing, because it does a really good job at handling water situations like this, where my drill would just create one massive mess. But now that we have it in place, we've got to find out all the resources that are going to be needed. And this is where I might need to set up some sort of auto crafting facility, maybe even add it to the mall where we can automatically craft slime. I don't know. We may be able to just craft it by hand much faster, but we are going to need to crush this up. So crush up a lot of wheat, actually. Anyways, let's put this in here. We got to get a clipboard as well. We got to figure out how much stuff is going to be needed. Oh boy, this is the painful part, right? All right, do I have a clipboard in here? I definitely have a clipboard. Throw that into here. And what we got? What do we got? Oh boy. Okay, so a lot of industrial iron. That's super easy. Blocks of quartz should be easy. I have a quartz farm. That's not bad at all. We need 3 blocks of rose quartz, a ton of bone blocks. Okay, some cogwheels, some chains, copycat, 2,000 crimsite, 38 stacks of crimsite. That one might be a little bit more challenging. Didn't even realize I should have thought about that. And then we also need some mangrove planks, a little bit of stuff. I mean, not too bad. 607. We need 9 stacks of slime blocks. Oh boy. Oh man, I have it in for myself, don't I? But you know what? I don't think it's going to be all that bad collecting the resources. The crimsite, yes, it's going to take a little bit of time because we have to find nodes of crimsite because we don't have a recipe that allows us to just simply make it, which honestly which could have been done. Ooh, that's a pretty new shop, by the way. That could have been done, but I was kind of against that because of how powerful it could be to actually generate resources with that stuff. But anyways, Let's actually head up to the mall first. That is one of the first places we've got to hit up, just so I can grab out all of the complex components. I really love that I can just right click it and just immediately pull it out. So we'll give the mall a little boop. There we go. Send me all the things and stuffs. Oh, it's going to throw it all down into there. Beautiful. That's basically everything that we need from this setup right here already. Some other things I am going to need though is some polished quartz, because we have to make polished quartz blocks. Isn't it made from polished quartz? No, I don't actually think it's made from polished quartz. It's the rose quartz. Is it rose quartz blocks? I think that was added. It's one of these. Yes, it's definitely rose quartz. Okay, we only need 3 of them. That's just handled with a stone cutter. Now I just ran over, grabbed a whole bunch of lime dye, because I am going to need this for the slime, and I should have plenty of wheat, I think, over here in our wheat storage. So I can grab that also while I'm grabbing some of the bone meal. Yeah, we're going to need tons of bone blocks as well. I should also probably check out on Phil. Phil, you doing all right? Phil? Phil? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's doing all right. Let's see. As far as wheat goes, I mean, we could slap on one of these real quick and then flip this. That will allow me to quickly load this. Yep, we flip that right there. That's going to fill up. I mean, we only need a few stacks. I think it was like 9 or so, right? If I take a look at the clipboard here, let's see. What do we got? We got 15 stacks of bone blocks, so that's a lot. But the slime 9 stacks, so this is already filled. It's fine. I need slime anyways, so I'm just gonna take this with me, and yeah, we'll have extra slime. I still don't know as far as crimsite goes. I mean, I could get my drill in here. I mean, that could be a good idea to be able to farm up a little bit of this pretty quickly. I'll just plop that down just like this. You know what? And just let it rip for right now. It's going to be dropping all of the stuff all over the ground, unfortunately. But I might be able to clear out some of these chests. That way I can just collect crimsite in my my little journey here. I can just do something like this inside of the chests. Yeah, like this chest for right now. I think that's going to be plenty. Oh yeah. This is definitely going to get the job done. Look at all the crimsite that was down here. And yeah, this is filling up pretty quickly. And so I now have a massive hole in the ground. But I mean, I think I got most of the crimsite that was in that area. There's still some leftovers right over here, but I mean, we got quite a bit. If I go ahead and plop this down, thankfully, just by throwing it down, it doesn't break anything. I can just grab out what's left. I almost have, I think, 2 shulker boxes worth. It's almost a double chest worth of this, which is not too bad. I think this actually completes everything I needed for at least this project. Oh, and by the way, I just realized I'm gonna need way more wheat. I think I'm gonna need close to 5,000 slime in order to make all 9 of those blocks. Oh no. But you know what? That should be fine. I have all of this processing up here. We have a lot of stuff in here that can already get thrown away. But that also means I'm going to need what? 5,000, yeah, to make each slime ball, right? A slime ball requires us to craft it together with lime dye. So I also need 5,000 lime dye. I think I have 5,000 lime dye though. That just means I'm going to need a few more shulker boxes to do this project. Yeah, I mean, I have about 9,000 give or take, which is going to be enough because I've already dumped 1,000 of it into these. And here we go. Yes, I mean, as of right now, pretty manual on the process, but I mean, I'm able to use, for example, tab to throw in the ingredients and just kind of constantly repeat the recipe here. Oh my goodness. And I think this could be done in a mixer, but honestly, I think I'm faster at it doing it by hand like this. And I'm hoping this is the last bit because we needed like 9 stacks and like 31 blocks, give or take. Okay, so let me just dump all of this in here for right now. The last bit crafted up. Okay, and I think that is going to be it. All of the shulker boxes combined, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is like 12 stacks of blocks. Now back onto the checklist. I mean, we've got almost everything now checked off. Just need to buy some mangrove planks, glaze some terracotta, and get some netherwort. So a quick little boop, boop, boop over here at Throwlash's area. That should be more than enough. I mean, really, I only need just a few blocks of this. Like, that's gonna be more than enough. And I think that's it. Just one final check here. We'll drop all of this in here. Let's see. Give me everything back. Oh boy. Yes, all check marks. That's exactly what I want. Oh, this is about to happen. So I guess without further ado, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get this bad boy pasted in. And so it is now installed and ready to rock and roll. And I know you guys really want to see the inside of this thing, but there is a little bit I still have to do. We need to break into here and probably get this whole thing sort of lit up with some torches and also light up the top so we don't have creepers blowing this thing up. But man, I'm already super excited because this is essentially like the last main minigame that is going to go into this area. Oh, and it has me excited. It also looks like I have several places to clean up. So I've got to get like all of these water areas fixed in. I don't really want water rushing into this area, which could definitely happen if these things open up. And that was actually another reason why I didn't want to go with like water for the floor, because contraptions, unfortunately, just let all the water in when they turn into contraptions, which kind of breaks the whole way water could work for such things. So now to fix all of the redstone. Now notice this is not ticking on and off because I think I have to turn it on and off for it to function. Like I am noticing these are for some reason not connecting to the ones that are over here, even though they should be flickering on and off. Oh, wait. There it went. Now I distinctly remember one of the changes that I did make to this was instead of 3 ticks, which is what it's currently on, I do need to set this to 2 ticks instead to make this function better. Oh, and when I say 2 ticks, I'm meaning this, because currently it's set to 3. We need that set to 2. Oh yeah, and not ticks, seconds. But I mean, this would equate to, let's see, on 2 ticks, or 2 seconds, 40 ticks. There we go. Now I just want to go back through all of these and toggle them on and off like this. And this seems like it was resetting them because I did have a little bit of a bug when I was originally testing this whole setup. And that was that sometimes the redstone links just stopped working. I'm not sure why, especially after getting a redstone signal. Okay, so let's finally go inside of this place. And this is what it currently looks like because I wanted it to place in torches. But if I leave the torches on here, as much as you would think they would just fall off, they actually don't. Even though they're not glued to the contraption, for some reason the torches, when connected to a glued contraption, still carries the torch with it instead of just actually breaking it, which is kind of interesting. And means that you could have even these right here, they still stay attached to it, which means you could have like a spinning like torch wheel and they don't even have to be glued or anything. Interesting. But yes, I got to get all these torches removed to get the ambience on the inside, but you can already start to see how this parkour course is going to work. Oh, I'm super excited about this. Okay. Let's head all the way up here and let's go ahead and get the middle sections spinning. So to do this, all I have to do is update the bearing. I got to right click and start this one, then start this one. I'm kind of giving them a little bit of different timings. And these are also, some of them are spinning in opposite directions of one another. So yes, some of them I have completely changed the rotation direction. And so we should notice quite the variance inside of here on these spinning sections. So those are the inner sides that have that spinning interaction. And I did test a whole bunch of blocks on the spinning ones. And it turns out that there's very few blocks that actually have interaction while spinning, slime blocks being one that does. And you get this interesting little bounce, but it's not the same kind of bounce that you get off of slimes like that, which is another very interesting thing. But I tested all kinds of different things, soul sand, all like ice and what have you, like all of that different building materials. And yeah, unfortunately not many work on here. I mean, if you know any more that do work, be sure to let me know, because I tested quite a few and I was kind of let down by a lot of them. But now what we really need to get in here is power. Notice there's a fan up there. I've got to make sure our rotational power is set to the appropriate thing, because I have a fan up here to suck you up into the fan. So the goal is whenever you stand here, you jump, and that jump will allow you to actually be pulled up. Because I also tested that. It turns out the fan won't actually pull you up unless you jump first. Like, it won't pull you up off the ground. And I don't remember what direction I need, so I may have to play around with this. But as of right now, I will have this placed here. And let's see, I actually might want to move it back one just to make sure I can change the rotation direction. There we go. And then I'm just going to attach it to the main. There we go. And let's get the direction changed in here as well. Okay. So we'll put this in like this. That gets spinning. And then this should turn on. And I think all of these should start lowering randomly. Yes, like everything should have kicked on now. So it is running. Us changing the direction really doesn't change too much. But I do want to pop over here and check inside of this and see if this is blowing the right way. Okay, so it is not going the right way. So we do have to change the rotation direction. And I am going to need to break this first. Like that. And then placing this in. That should fix that rotation. And it shouldn't have broken anything. At least I don't think. I have rotational speed controllers on things. Everything should be fine. Things are going up and down. That's exactly what I want to see. And then right here, fan is pulling up now. Beautiful. Rotational speed controller, I have it set to 192 for this. And everything should be flowing. Yes, looks like it. All right, let's take a look from the inside. So everything kind of looks like it's in place. So let's go ahead and do a quick test. I've got to open up my shulker box here, my inner chest, grab a diamond, and we'll put a single diamond in to start. We should see the timer start, which it has. The fence close up, the door open. Oh, everything is working. We have 1 diamond to enter. Some rules, basically no flying, no breaking, or raging. And then in here, it says movement is random, just to let everybody know, hey, things are random here. I'm going to take this off for right now. I can just put my back tank on. And let's get to parkour. So jumping onto here, I can choose to jump onto this one. Looks like I also need to remove that torch. Oh, but there we go. The randomness. So just when you think that you have it done, you have not. Oh boy. Because these go up and down randomly. And that's what's going to add to the excitement, I think, of the high scores. Because they are going to be so dependent on RNG. Which I think is funny. But this whole thing is teeth based. These are supposed to be teeth. Essentially chopping. Oh my goodness. This is going to be really frustrating, isn't it? I'm going to have like the worst RNG here. But we could just jump right to this and then run this instead of running the RNG on the outer wall. But if your RNG just happens to be decent, you could avoid this. And you can get over here, but this gets a little bit harder. Like this section right here, for example, and you might be taking up a lot of time. But you're like, oh man, this block is like positioned perfectly right here. This is going to get somebody. I did place some ghost blocks through this whole section. So I can't wait for people to actually try to use those ghost blocks and absolutely get wrecked from them. Okay, but I've still got to get through this. Okay, let's see. I've done it several times. Each time you have to restart. Oh boy, is it frustrating. All right, come on, drop. Any moment now. Any moment now. Random, come on. This is where the random. Oh my goodness, could be super duper frustrating. Okay, so I got sent up here. Oh, and I got hit there. Okay, and also you will get crushed if you land in between the teeth. I feel like it is possibly running the wrong direction too. Like, here's the thing. I may have this backwards here on the server. So I do want to pop out here real quick, and I want to check something. If I change the rotation direction, I wanted to technically hold it down in its lower state longer. And so if I was to do this, that should keep it in its lowered state by reversing the middle section. That does mean up here, I am going to have to change my rotation direction. Okay, I'm going to have to play with this, put that up. That changes the fan direction. And it also changes a few things down here, but I don't think that is anything I have to be worried about. And also I need to fix that torch on this. Okay, already this is so much better. Okay, so that is a thing that needed to take place. Okay, now that I'm seeing it, Yes, we want it to be in the lower state longer. I'm gonna come back and fix that, but there we go. Okay, so now it feels more like it because I was like so confused. It's supposed to randomly pop up, and that is the way things are supposed to go, right? I got stuck on the slime. But yes, also another little Easter egg and gag that I can't wait to see other people encounter is, yeah, if you fail on the first jump, no way you failed the first jump. No way. And there are little signs strung throughout. Almost. Oh, yep. Ouch. That hurt. This way. There's some more over here. This way. Things like that. I don't know. I thought it was really funny to add these little Easter eggs. Kind of already being punished. Might as well punish the player a little bit more. All right. So let's jump. And we could go through it like speed running as fast as possible. Oh, or we could do that. Yep. Oh, man. Let's try it again. We get up here. Oh, and there's the randomness. Oh, my goodness. But that's the goal. That's like the idea. I don't want this to be something. It looks really easy. But whenever you get into it, it's like, oh, man. No, this can be quite tedious, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to continue jumping. Come on. How many times I'm going to fail this? That really set me. Okay. That was tempting. This section right here, you could take the slime and technically make it up here, and you could bounce off of this one. This one's actually broken. The chain's detached. And I thought that was kind of funny to have this, but there are ways you can get off of this platform onto these platforms. Oh, and I failed that one. Ouch. Okay. I mean, honestly, nothing like a little bit of a speed run. We'll get back into this. Hit that one. Oof. They could double up. Oh boy. All right, come on. Drop down. Drop down. Need you to drop down. This is where I need to go. Okay. We land here. I get up here. Okay. Things get a little bit scarier on this route because we have to get up to here. So we are going to have to take advantage of these slime blocks at some point. And I can jump to that. Okay. Oof. Hold off for a minute. I think it's easiest for me to jump from this slow spinning slime block and jump onto this platform. Get a running start. Okay. And I made it. Then I've got to be really careful because I've got to make this jump as well. Okay, wait for the corner section to move around. Okay, and then we jump. Okay, and I've made it, right? And I've completed. That's the whole idea. Okay, I am going to have to move the fan. It looks like I have it spinning in the wrong direction. Okay, I thought I had this spinning in the right direction, but I guess not. All right, let's pop back down. There we go. Wait, it's still blowing down. Oh, wait. I think this is what's changing the direction of this. I need a gearbox to change the direction of the fan. Oh my goodness. Okay, and now I have it done. All right, so I pop onto here and I hold space and we now go through this tunnel. Oh man, I love the lights. And as soon as I step on this pressure plate and we fall through, the timer should stop, which it has stopped, and then the gates should open up for another player, and then we can pop in and record our time. So I'll take the book. I think I have to break this though. For some reason, the way it placed it in, not sure. Let's see, place that back in. I guess it had an image of a book. We've got to get a book in here, book and quill. And then we can record some high scores. You know what? I'm going to record my time of 8:13, even though I did do some fixes here. But chosen architect, right? Architect. And I will go ahead and record my score directly underneath that. And what was it? 8 something? 8:13. Oh boy. And I guess I could fit it on one line, even though I'd prefer to have it on another line. There we go. And I'll say time. There we go. 8:13. Done. And we'll throw it onto here. I could even pop into here. Let's see. High scores. Just like that. Why am I flying upwards? Okay. This jetpack. This jetpack is the most janky jetpack I've ever used. Anyways, back onto here, and then we can actually see the high scores. There's my time, and anyone else's scores can be recorded. Also, I got to give the name of this thing, right? It's Cavity Crawl. I really hate how there's not a centering mode on this, but there we go. Cavity Crawl. Unfortunately not centered, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mirror it on the bottom. So I should be able to flip the text around, and now we have Cavity Crawl. I wonder if I can make this better though. Well, actually, I've gone with using a fancy text generator to be able to generate some text that look like this. So we'll hit it with some different colors. And then also, I think some glow makes it nice and bright. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Now it's super bright, which is exactly what I want. Also, I think we can make this bright. No, but we can change the color of it. Ooh, we can make it blue. I kind of like that. What about light blue? Is light blue better? Ooh. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. We have cavity crawl in kind of a nice fancy lettering. And so I've got this little hole to fix right here, but I did want to mention, did you notice? There's a tongue. Yeah, that's the tongue. All right. I'm sure you guys are cursed enough with this whole setup. Oh man, this has been an absolute wild ride setting all of this stuff up. And I've loved all the theming. Like, I've never really played around with dark themes. I don't think in my builds. I don't remember ever doing this. So yeah, I mean, pretty nice. Now, this area is not finished yet. I do have the lava splotted down in the middle, but the goal was to fill either this with lava or something else, but still not quite sure what to fill it with. Well, I have a fantastic idea. Probably get rid of the lava, and we can replace the lava with some lights, and we could put some heads on some spikes in here. We can throw down some of these bars on top of the sticks. Oh yes, this is going to be great. And it's going to finally give me something to do with all of these different skulls. Like what am I going to do with a dragon skull? Like, honestly, no idea, but I am going to throw all of these different skulls down. We have some silverfish heads that we can place in here. They look absolutely weird. Definitely throw in like a shulker, the weird horse. Yeah, we'll make that there. The horse is probably one of the most cursed out of all of the heads. Tropical fish. Yeah, if I do say so myself. Why don't you get in there? There we go. Glow squid. Ah, now it looks like a work of art. Oh boy, is that a work of art. I mean, we got to get a little bit festive with it, you know, by throwing some redstone, quote unquote, down here. Yeah, there's a little bit of redstone. So essentially nothing's happened down here. It's a perfectly normal place. But my goodness, there is still a few more things left to do in this place. Like, I think getting some music down here would be a good idea. But as of right now, this is ready to go. Maybe I should put, like, whether it's 1 player, 2 players on a sign. I'm still not sure what all I should do until some people come down here and actually start playing the game. So I'm pretty sure Beardstone and Foxy went down and played Star Tree. They kind of gave that a shot. But I really like to, like, do a grand opening for this place. It'd be really fun if I could, like, gather everyone together at one time and, like, we actually do this thing. But you know what, guys? I think that is going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the cavity crawl. This is going to be another minigame that is listed down here in the minigame area. I mean, we turned our giant shopping area into a minigame location. But honestly, this was one of the things that we really wanted to do at the start of the server, was use our create tools to make these mini games and make fun things like this. And I think a few of us have definitely been able to do that. And this was really challenging for me. And I hope you guys learned something along the way. And hopefully you enjoyed some of the live streams that came out of setting these things up, and all of the critical thinking that is involved in putting something like this together. It does take quite a lot. So if it's something you enjoyed, be sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, especially if you've made it through this to episode 60 and you haven't clicked the subscribe button. Come on now, please, I beg of you. Thank you so much. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Without further ado, it's time to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that huge thanks is going to go out to Lavender Galactic. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in just one of the best ways possible. You absolute boss. I really do appreciate you. And thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.